All right, we're back. Now, I want to give a special shout out to everyone who has watched Grim Nasty TV all this time. Special shout out to my friend B Jr., who has been watching Grim Nasty TV since he was 13 years old, and he is now 20 years old. So he's been watching Grim Nasty TV for 7 years, and we all know that that is just your Sister K trust, but for a lack of a better remedy and understanding, and for a lack of everyone being able to understand what's really going on in this place, sometimes it's hard to not get caught up in the birthday of the Sister K Trust being birthed into the sea of commerce. I mean, you're really being conceived, so I should say, for my overstanding, happy conception, and thanks for watching Grim Nasty TV. And I appreciate everybody out there that's been watching this Secret of Truth, everybody that comments on the shills, comments. I see you guys out there. Everybody that has been making it what it is, and even the shills themselves, they only make you guys pay more attention because they make it obvious that I'm telling the truth when they come back with all their hating comments. So let's get on with it, shall we? Yeah, thanks to B Jr. watching this for 7 years. Appreciate it. You guys should go 7 years back in my videos and see how I've transformed all this time. I've been transforming. Alright, so let's get into it. Who is the Smoky God? Well, you will see this being idolized in the cultures and the religions, and it's something that's always been done. You see, she's got the sun idol coming out of the forehead. She's got the crown chakra even being adorned here, which actually allows the body to feel, the spirit to feel like it's sitting on top of the body. So all of these different things are all being adorned. You got crown chakras everywhere. I mean, not crown chakras, but chakras in general. And the ones by the ear are the ones you need to protect. This is the reason why I put tissue in my ears, is because I'm trying to heal my ear chakras so I can have ears to hear. Trees and stuff like that, they actually telepathically communicate with people because they're conscious just like people, but on a different level. And if you want to communicate with nature, you have to have clean ear chakras. That's the reason why they got chakra disc over the ears. So this being is being idolized in all your cultures everywhere. It would be the being that sits at the holiest of holies in the center of the earth, not the one in the Vatican. The Vatican, they always have to have one that's like the original. And I'm going to show you different versions that are like the original that give you a reveal, but they're really meant to be disgraceful, but at the same time this being allows it, because this being knows that that all will be revealed through these different deceptions and these different reveals and copycats and things like that. The Baphomet costume needs horns and breasts because it's trying to be like the Most High, and that's what he's trying to do. It's just a costume. That's not what he really looks like. We've already talked about what he really looks like. But the idea is to perpetuate a fearful image onto the people to create fear. Now, if you notice, he's got long horns like Maleficent, because no goat has horns like that. And he also has breasts, which are very telling. That if you want to be like the Most High, you need breasts, then you would clearly be saying that Most High is a female. And the copycat is also dually playing as a reveal. So let's get on to the rest of what we want to talk about here. All right, so the Statue of Liberty represents the green woman on the water. And instead of a tree stump, what you're seeing here is a construct, like a building. This would be the most highest peak in the world right now, or on the flat earth, or whatever you want to call it. But you might as well just consider this kind of world. It's just a world regardless, if you want to consider it a sphere or a flat circle, a flat round circle. It's all round when you look at it. And the horizon line, where it gets white down there at the bottom, no matter where the sun is, you will see the reflecting ice ring up on the dome and the containment that we're being contained in, which is why the fallen angels complain. They create all of this slavery onto the flesh with all of their Federal Reserve notes and stuff like that. It's because they want to get out of this containment. So if this containment didn't exist and we were in outer space, they wouldn't be in here complaining and they wouldn't be enslaving everybody. But let's get on to this. Clearly you're under a containment that's got this blue Truman Show type element up top. As it gets darker, you can see where it peaks itself at the darkest point up here at the top, where you see the bluest point. That is where it ends. That's where you pretty much see rockets stopping. That's why NASA, they fly the rockets, they curve it around, and then they cut the camera. So they don't want people to see that they can't go straight up. They just can't. Nobody can go straight up. All right, so back to this construct stump here. This would be a construct representing of the silicon tree stump. And you see how it's like a building instead, but you see there's holes at the bottom. These holes at the bottom is where all the water bottoms out into the dimension that is underneath this astral jet projection of the crater, which the black sun sits underneath it. That's what they told you in the news, the reveal of the black sun. And then the light sun sits out here. See, he's got, again, you see this abomination here where they put the sun higher than herself. And the spear of destiny coming from the sun is being higher than the woman itself to disgrace the woman. In the hand, you see the abomination of the ape brain, which was telepathic, now is holding a book in the hand, represents the sign languages, the graven languages, the graven images that come from taking away a half of your brain. And here you can see a doodle right here with the two slits of the eyes and then the nose immediately underneath that. It's like a doodle on the chest. Absolutely incredible. But yeah, let's go on here. This is another image of the knockoff of what the Smoky God is. That represents the green woman sitting on the water, which is perverted into the Statue of Liberty, which is just a large green woman representing Babylon. So this would be like the Whore of Babylon right here. This is the true one, which is very obviously a woman. You can see here, and somebody in Norway took this picture. Magical the Green Lady, dancing in northern Norway. Looking forward to visiting Norway soon. All right, somebody put this on the internet and I caught it. And now I have the ability to share you a real picture of her. Right here you see where her dress is creating a collar situation and her head is looking up with her hair coming off the back. Looks a lot like the Moana character. This would be like an arm that's dissipating into the smoke with a hand at the bottom. And this would be like her other arm coming back like that. And she's dancing. They say that she's seen dancing, kind of like the Cool World woman when she's dancing in the center of the club. And they always call her names and stuff like that. But immediately underneath this would be the tree stump. They didn't put it in the camera shot, but she's big. She's really big, because when you get there, she's bigger than this, because you would be going literally like hundreds of miles to get there. And she would be bigger than this. The inlands that surround her are big, huge inlands. There's some giants there. As they said in the testimony given by Moses, said that there was giants there and they were afraid to go there. But clearly everyone is harmonious under the greatest giant of all, which literally gives you no fear whatsoever to be there. There's no reason to be afraid to go there. The surrounding landscape, I think this is closer than Norway. They probably said that and they didn't want to reveal how close they were. But this is pretty dang close, all right? This is close. Now, immediately underneath this is the giant stump that's big like the Statue of Liberty stump that is producing the astral jet that's coming off of the black sun. I have a video where it shows the black sun superimposed on a sphere to deceive you. And it shows a picture of the black sun, and it has the astral jet spiraling off, because everything is all about those spirals. It literally spirals off of it like a corkscrew. And then it comes up, and then the light sun mixes its pink with it and goes into the hole and creates the cataclysm that spits out this projection. Now, this is all being done by the being that creates these images, that creates the lights and stuff. So there's no reason to perpetuate blasphemous images like Weird Science, where they say the suns build her in a science lab, and now she's alive, and she comes out of the doorway with all the smoke. Seen here with the cigarette. But clearly in this movie, she's running the whole show. She's the reason why Gary and Wyatt become men and not nerds. She's the reason why everybody has respect for her. And let's look at her in the Kung Fu Hustle. She's considered to be the landlady that runs everything, and everybody just sits around and watches her. See? They all just watch what she does because she's the one in charge. She's seen with colorful flowers in her hair. In this movie, they put colorful rollers. They could have made them all one color, but nope, they need to make them colorful like the flower garland that is seen on the Statue of Liberty. A garland going across the head. Same thing seen in Olivia Newton-John's Magic. She got a sweatband on. Same thing seen on Captain Planet. Same thing seen on Jim and the Rockers. They all answer to the big, large woman. Same thing on everything. Here it is again. They gave her a pearl necklace because they call her the names like whore and stuff like that. She sits over the holy hole, right? In the center of the earth, which would be the holiest of holies and the highest peak. Sometimes it is being said that over the hole itself, her head comes out gigantic, and that's what you've seen on Wizard of Oz. Whenever it was just a big giant green head, they deceived you, and they said that the big head's like silence and controlling, but it's really the little man behind the curtain, which is Lucifer's deception. Now, that's not what you're going to see when you get there. When you get there, it's going to be her giant head, and she's going to be kind and nice and have love in her eyes and want you to have fun. And that's how she was on Beetlejuice. She was a real nice lady. When she spoke her piece and got everything through your head, she disappears because she doesn't need to be there anymore. That's the story of Mary Poppins. When the weather changes and everything's good, she doesn't need to be there anymore. See what I'm saying? So when things go bad, she shows up, or when she needs to tell you something, she shows up. She's got a lot of stuff to do. She's a busy woman, so I can respect that. Here she is again on The Matrix. All right, when Neo goes through the dimensions and he's like, man, where am I going next? And he ends up in a kitchen and she's in there smoking cigarettes. She's cooking something and she's smoking something. And she tells Neo, you only need to know what I want you to know, and that's all you need to be worried about. You're doing a good job and this and the third and blah, blah, blah. And you're doing all right. Just go ahead and keep on going just the way you need to. So, who is the Smoky God? She is Juno, your caseworker. You know, your caseworker. Juno, your caseworker. She's the landlady. Okay? In the end, they all gonna have to answer to this landlady. It doesn't matter how bad they think they are. It doesn't matter how tall they think they are. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. You understand? They don't understand. This is a being that's in the pole who's making a list of who's naughty and who's nice. And it ain't Satan Lucius or Santa Claus. That's just another deception of the man behind the curtain. It is this being who sits at the pole. If you look in the strip club, they are telling you on everything that there is a large woman at the pole. All right? That's what they are telling you constantly, over and over again. So, don't chase the fake. Go to your fate. And when you get awake, stay awake.